Hi Shamili, how are you?
Hi, sir. I'm doing good. What about you, sir?
I'm good too. Thank you. Can you tell us something about yourself?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. My name is Shamali Mohandas. Basically, I am from Kerala. I have done my MTech in Computer Science and Engineering in the year of, I passed out in the year of 2014. Actually, I was into teaching for last 5 years. Now I am planning to switch into IT field. After leaving the teaching field, I have done one software testing course and it's almost end now. Then about my hobbies, I am very passionate in learning new technologies,
Hmm.
and um, I'm married and I have one kid, and that's all about myself, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, as a part of introducing yourself, you can tell about
Mm,
the education that you have done and the experience that you
mm,
have, the past experience that you have. And if you're
mm.
working somewhere, so about that you can tell, right? You can avoid telling
Okay.
about your personal details like hobbies or whether you are married and how many kids you have. So, if asked in an interview, generally they won't ask. If asked, then you can tell,
Mm,
right? Okay.
okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what is method overloading and what is method overriding?
When we consider a class, in the same class, when we are having more than functions with the same signature, but a different, same name but different signatures, then we call it as method overloading.
Hmm.
Method overriding means whenever we are considering two classes, in the subclasses, when we in the both the classes we are having the same function with the same signature, then we call it as method overriding.
Hmm. Right. Is it possible to override the static method?
No, it is not possible to override private, static, and final methods
Okay. Why we cannot override static method?
because uh, when we are creating the objects, it is only one-time creation. Whenever we are declaring it as status, it will be fixed location. It won't. We won't create more than once for these static fields or static methods. Only it will be only one fixed locations for the entire program.
Okay. Okay. So apart from this, you can also give this kind of explanation. See, static method is a part of the class, right? It is bound to the
Okay.
class,
Mm,
whereas instance method is bound with the object, right? Static method gets memory in the class area, and
okay.
instance, uh, method it will get the memory in the heap. So that is why you cannot
Mhm.
override the static method, right? Now, can we override the overloaded method? Is it possible to override the overloaded method?
Mm, Overloaded methods to override. Yes, sir, it is possible to override the overloaded methods.
Correct, correct. Okay. Now, can we change the scope of the overridden method in the subclass?
Yes, sir, we can override, but the strength of the overridden method in the subclass has to be stronger than the superclass.
Hmm. Right. And which are the different points that you will take care while changing the accessibility of the method?
Mm, while overriding, sir,
Yes, yes. This is the same thing which,
while
yeah,
overriding,
yeah. Please go ahead.
while overriding, it can be of same visibility. And whenever we are changing the visibility of the subclass, the access modifier must be stronger than the superclass. So these things I will take into account.
Okay. So overall, how many years of experience you have?
Actually, I have 5 years of teaching experience. Then
Mhm.
immediately after that, I have done courses in Java and software.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. What do you mean
Sorry,
by
can you hear
primary?
me, sir?
Yes, yes, I'm able to hear you, but there is some lag coming up. But
Sorry.
yeah, there is some lag coming from your end, but I'm waiting for you and then I'm responding.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. You have joined from mobile internet?
No, sir. Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
But there is, I think, because of the position I'm sitting at.
Okay, okay. No worries, no worries. Okay, what do you mean by primary key with respect to SQL? So this is SQL question. Okay, what is primary key and what is foreign key?
Okay. Primary key means it is using to uniquely identify a row in a table.
Hmm.
So it should not be null, it should not duplicate. And whereas foreign key, it is using to relate two tables. So whenever we are setting a foreign key in a table, it will be the primary key of the another table. So it is referencing the other table data. So by in that way, we can relate two tables.
Mm-hmm. Okay. See, what is a primary key? So first we will answer for primary key and then we will answer for foreign key. Okay. What is primary key? A primary key is a field or it is combination of fields that uniquely identify
Okay.
each record in the table, right? It's a unique key. It cannot be a null or an empty. It cannot have a null or empty value, right? So it is one of the special kind of a unique key. Okay. Now what is foreign key? Foreign key is used to link one or more tables together. It is also known as referencing key. A foreign key is specified as a key that is related to the primary key of another table.
Okay, sir.
This is about SQL, primary key and foreign key. Okay. Now, what is normalization in a database?
Sorry, sir, I'm not. I have learned it, but
Uh-huh.
not recently. During my studies, I learned it about the normalization, first enough, two enough, all those things. But now I didn't refer it,
No
so
worries.
I won't be able to answer it.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. See, don't be sorry. Uh, you have been already having 5 years of experience in teaching. So heads off to your
Mm.
experience. I'll answer on your behalf. But if this question is asked you in a real-time interview,
Okay.
so please answer, right? See, what you will answer, that also you will tell. Normalization. What
Okay.
is normalization? It is used to minimize the redundancy and dependency by organizing fields and tables of a database, right? So you will reduce the data dependency within the database. That is why you are going for normalization. There are some rules of database normalization, which is commonly known as normal form, and they are first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, right? Then there is one more BCNF, that is Boy's Code normal form, right? So these are the things. Now, what are the
Okay.
different types of SQL operators that you are aware of?
Relational operators,
Hmm.
then like, then
Mhm.
and or then um, not like,
Mhm.
um, between,
Mhm.
in, in. These are the operators I can recollect, sir.
Okay. Right. See, first of all, when it comes to operators, so which are the operators that you are aware about? So we'll see that. Mm. Hmm. One is arithmetic operators, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, remainder, modulus, right? Those are arithmetic operators. Then you can come about logical operators, right? What are
Mm.
logical operators? That,
Logical operator, logical or logical and
right. So those will
not.
evaluate the expression and return their results in true or false, right? This
Yeah.
includes all, and, any, is, null, exist, between, in, like, not, or unique. Then is comparison
Okay.
operators: equal to, not equal to,
Mm.
less than, greater than, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to, not less than, not greater than. Then comes bitwise operators: it perform the bit manipulations between two expressions of integer type, right? So those are bitwise, then string operators, then compound operators, right? So those are the operators in SQL.
Okay.
Now now let me share my screen. There is an SQL table that I'll showcase to you, and you have to write a query. Okay. Are you able to see the student table?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you have to write a query.
Okay.
Let me show you the question also.
To be frank, I didn't refer SQL, but I will try, sir.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I'll give you the answer. No worries. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
But in a real-time interview, be prepared for SQL questions. They will ask you. Right?
Okay.
Okay. Now I have mentioned question also. Earlier question was missing. Right? You have to retrieve the student ID
Okay.
and name from the table where student ID is equal and course ID is not equal.
Select the student ID and select student ID, comma name
Mm.
from student where student ID where uh, um, equal student ID and not equal uh, course ID.
Mhm. Are you aware about joins, inner join, outer join?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm aware of
Those
that.
things can be applied here. I'm just giving you a hint.
Um, um, inner join.
Yes, inner join.
Okay. Select
Mhm.
uh, select student ID, comma name from student uh, on. I don't remember the operator of joining
No worries. No.
on.
Let me share my screen. I'll
Okay.
give you
Okay,
the
sir.
answer. Right. See, you will write select S1 student underscore
Uh,
ID S1 dot name
uh,
from student, right? Where S1 student ID equal to S2 student ID and S1 dot course ID, and this operator you will use, right? So you will
okay.
receive student ID 1 Adam, 2 Shane, 1 Adam, 2 Peter,
Okay.
right?
Okay, sir.
That's how you can write the query. Okay. So be prepared for SQL also. in the
Oh,
real-time interview. Okay.
sure, sir.
Uh, uh, can you write a Java program? You are comfortable with Java, right? Java or Python? Which one is better for you?
Java, sir.
Java. So can you write a Java program to check if the integer is palindrome or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah. I'm giving you screen sharing rights. You have to click on share screen
Okay.
button, the green color button.
Yes, sir.
So a lot of practice you are doing in your free time.
Yes, sir. But to be frank, since I am 2014 pass out, I'm not getting any calls, sir.
Mhm. No worries. You'll get call and you will get selected also very easily.
Thank you, sir.
So in which college you were teaching?
New Horizon College, Marthalli,
Oh,
Bangalore.
that's great. Even I have graduated from New Horizon College of Engineering in Bangalore. But I
Okay.
was there in
Uh,
2010, passed out batch. I joined in
which pass out?
2006.
Okay.
2010,
Okay. Not engineering college, sir. Degree college.
degree college. Okay. Perfect. Can you explain this program?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
First, I read the number from the console, the input number. Then I copied that number into a variable called original num.
Hmm.
Then I declared two variables, R variable that is using to store the reversed number,
Hmm.
and D variable to extract each digit each time. And I started a while loop, and the loop will continue until the number is greater than no, if the number is greater than 0, it will keep on continuing. Then first I extracted the digit by dividing the number modulus 10, it will give the remainder. Then that reversed number, initially it will be 0, it will be multiplied with 10, and it will be added with the extracted digit. So each time we will get the reversed number in the variable r, and the new number will be the number previous number divided by 10, which will give the quotient. And finally we will check the original number whether it is equal to the r stands for reversed number, then it will be printed as palindrome number, otherwise not a palindrome number.
Perfect. Okay. Now, can you write a Selenium automation script to launch Amazon.com? So you have to launch
Yes, sir.
Amazon URL and you have to try to log in with some incorrect username and password and get the message, get the validation message.
Okay, sir.
Hmm?
Just for launching the site, no, sir?
Yeah, launching that Amazon.com website. You have to launch
Okay.
that Amazon website.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have to add the dependencies and all. So shall I create a Maven project, or on part of the existing Maven project, can I create a
Yeah,
class,
you
sir?
can. Yeah, you can use existing project, the one that you have created. Hmm.
Okay.
Just add one more script. So why you are mentioning driver.manage.window.maximize?
To maximize that browser, sir. So later if it throw any no such elemental exception, we can prevent that by initially itself. If we maximize the window, we
Hmm.
can avoid that such kind exceptions.
Mhm.
So
Okay, great. Yeah. Okay. So this is good. So you are having good knowledge in Java as well as in Selenium. Okay. Now let's say if I want to take screenshots of the failed, test cases, then how will I achieve in my automation?
By using the listener interface, we can do that. Listeners will always listen to the events like test start, test failure. So in the
Mm-hmm.
test failure code, we can write the code for taking the screenshot.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. Okay. Let's say you have created a defect in the defect management tool, Jira or any other defect management tool, but the developer is not accepting that defect. Then how will you deal with this situation?
Okay. The first and foremost thing, we can inform this issue to our QA lead or whoever it is. And as a solution, what I can do is, first I can record the issue and I can play to them, or I can access their system and I can regenerate the issue. Otherwise, I can show the log files to the developer team. So these are the solutions I can take for this things.
Right, right. You can show the log files. You can also
Mm.
help them reproduce in their machine. You can take a VM and you can give them the access and you can reproduce in that also. So those are good inputs.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shamili, I'm done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
Sir, obviously feedback, sir.
So I think, see, you are well prepared for any interview, let's say automation or manual testing. You've got good knowledge in Java also. You were able to write that program. You were able to write Selenium scripts. You have done a lot of practice also. That clearly is visible, right? So I think feedback is positive. You've got good communication skills. I'm sure you'll be selected once you give the real-time interviews.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, I have one more doubt, sir. Can you explain what is test coverage and how can we find out that a test coverage
Yeah.
of a
So
program?
test, yeah. So test coverage means how much testing or how much test cases you have covered, right? Let's say if your application is having 20 features, 20 functionalities. For all those functionalities, you would have written some test cases, right? Now, for 20 functionalities, let's say you have around about 250 test cases. Just an example, right? Out of 250 test cases, if you have already covered 125 or 130 test cases. That means you have 50% covered your application. So your test case execution is 50%, coverage is 100%, depending on what all functionalities you have. So again, it is derived from traceability matrix also. The traceability matrix will actually tell you whether each and every test case you have written or you have scenario for each and every requirement or not. Based on that, you can come up with the test case coverage.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you